We, the people, often tend to ignore the innate things, be it our immense potential, or be it our zeal to adapt. We don't test ourselves enough to recognize our threshold. This is where we fail to know our prospect in the long run. And we fail to reach our complete potential. A decade ago, an asset was taking the initial step to outdo the potential it had in itself. It was building its foundation on the base of science and mathematics, testing its potentialities, and wanted to see if it could bring a revolutionary change in the world. It was named Bitcoin. Despite its ups and downs, it challenged the most powerful value on which the human world is thriving, surviving, and suffering. It challenged the financial system.
In 2008, the financial industry crashed, and perhaps propitiously, an unknown or anonymous person or persons named Satoshi Nakamoto created a paper where he developed a protocol for a digital cash that used an underlying cryptocurrency called Bitcoin. And this cryptocurrency enabled people to establish trust and do transactions.
Money has been considered an important asset as a medium of exchange for consumer goods and services. A value that is easily transferable and attains some of the major properties.
Various commodities such as salt, cattle, precious metals like gold, and even cigarettes in today's prison systems have all been used as forms of money. But the most successful forms of money display some key properties. They're durable, divisible, transferable, and scarce.
After World War II, in Bretton Woods, the US dollar was declared to be the global currency standard, backing the currency with gold, as all the gold was stored in US vaults. In 1971, when the US dollar ceased to be backed by gold entirely, fiat currencies came up, where currencies are based upon the government's force and are circulated till people lose confidence in it. According to various sources, these fiat currencies are not backed by any tangible good, henceforth can be printed in unlimited amounts. And we all witnessed the impact of excessive printing of money. Zimbabwe and Venezuela are the prominent instances to bear the brunt of excessive printing of government's money, leading to hyperinflation. Bitcoin, with its first, or so-called Genesis block, signaled the end of paper currencies. The whole idea was to bring a revolutionary change in the financial system.
Bitcoin was quietly released after the 2008 financial crisis by a pseudonymous developer known as Satoshi Nakamoto. Nobody knows who this person or perhaps even group was, but they left a comment encoded within the first Bitcoin transaction that ever took place that read, "The Times, January 3rd, 2009, Chancellor on the brink of second bailout for banks."
That was the first step towards building a decentralized system. In the traditional system, any transaction has to be completed under the supervision of central authorities, which was not possible without the involvement of third parties. Bitcoin makes a difference here, by making these transactions completely peer-to-peer, without the involvement of third parties. To prevent double spendings, thousands of independent nodes participate to validate these transactions, to earn rewards, building a complete decentralized network. These transactions are transparent, immutable and are recorded in an electronic ledger, so-called the Bitcoin blockchain. As Bitcoin's website says, sending Bitcoins across borders is as easy as sending them across the street. There are no banks to make you wait 3 business days, no extra fees for making an international transfer, and no special limitations on the minimum or maximum amount you can send. Bitcoin, with its limited supply, is further going to get halved to maintain the circulation, simultaneously with the price volatility to take action. Attaining value from the trust placed on Bitcoin by the society, no doubt, the cryptocurrency is en route to prove, as a financial reserve asset, if one plans to hold for a long period of time. The world happened to acknowledge the potential of Bitcoin as an alternative currency. Bitcoin's price started to climb throughout February 2011, and it attained equal value as that of the dollar. By mid-2011, Bitcoin happened to pique the interest of the newcomers and investors. Where despite the Mt. Gox incident, events like WordPress and Reddit's announcement on accepting Bitcoin payments marked the beginning of internet money's mainstream acceptance. In 2017, Bitcoin saw its price surge up to nearly $20,000, that eventually cooled off to below $4,000 thereafter. But that was just the beginning of the crypto rally. Tesla, Visa, PayPal, MasterCard, BNY Mellon are investing in cryptocurrencies. Price stands at more than $60,000 and will continue to increase in the coming time as per speculators.
I never doubted that we would crash to zero. We bought more. It's the cycle. It's a market cycle, and every stock and every asset in the world has a market cycle. Bitcoin has a market cycle as well.
12 years from its birth, we can see that Bitcoin is crowned as the best performing asset of the decade, giving the highest returns compared to other investments in the market. The report by Compound Capital Advisors showed that on an annualized scale, Bitcoin returned 230%, making it 10 times higher than Nasdaq 100. With every passing day, it is highly gaining momentum, and sparked an influx of investors into realizing this hidden internet money's unprecedented potential. With the installation of Bitcoin ATMs worldwide, along with hitting the $2 trillion market value, Bitcoin got to be recognized as the sixth most valuable asset in the world. Seeing its value hike from $0.0008 to more than $50,000 in a decade. Bitcoin has outdone its potential, playing as an asset of value, bearing the four characteristics, proving as a worthwhile asset for HODLers, and to the population that deems it to be an apocryphal value.
At the end of the day, Bitcoin is just an incredibly unique asset where you have exposure to both scarcity and innovation bundled together in one asset. There's really nothing else like it.
And it's time when one should look into this asset and move forward with its success. The question is, will you? Will you trust this future system? Will you invest in it? Will you be a part of it? Please do answer in the comment section below.